We're going to hit record. All right. Hey, hey, hey. Hello. Sherry Hemstreet here with Dana Kalin. We are so thrilled and excited to be doing this with you today. It is going to be off the charts amazing. We are talking about your messaging, your marketing, and what you can do to bring them to the next level for everything you want.
Yes, this is really, really going to be fun. You're going to get our psychic wisdom. You're going to get our, practical
antics.
Probably some antics.
We bit. We like to have fun, right? So we're not going to do anything unless it's fun. So let's make this the best next hour of your life today.
Hell yeah. Who's in for that?
Totally. So the first thing we want to talk about, I think, is the fact that, we spend a lot of time scrolling Facebook. I'm not sure if you ever find time to do that, but we do. And we see a lot of messages and we know that they're actually just not nailing the person's audience. And we know that it's not actually speaking to the person's needs. And this is actually the cause of why you aren't getting all of the clients that you want. And this is the reason why your business is stalling. This is why you feel stuck. This is why things aren't flowing. Dana?
Yeah, absolutely. And this, even for ourselves, this is the thing that if things aren't flowing or, something's not working for us, we go back to this. It's still the same thing, whether you're making $10,000 a month, $50,000 a month, nothing, it's still kind of the same.
If there's nothing, then definitely this is for you. So this training is what we're going to do is we're going to do hot seat coaching in it. We're going to share, all of the stuff in our brain as much as we can share in an hour with you. And we're really going to do what we can to get you what you need so that you can get to the next level. We're so committed in moving women forward and actually connecting with leaders who are ready for that next level, but they're not actually getting there as quickly as they want, because the people that we work, the women that we work with, are such change makers, are such movement creators and catalysts for where the world is going. And we all have this thing inside of us where we just know that we know that it's not getting there fast enough. We have this inner drive that almost is like, come on, let's do it, right?
Yeah, if you're anything like us, which you guys are, because you're a reflection of us, you're going to be that person who just does not want to go at an average speed, who actually wants to make massive impact and create massive income, like last month probably. And this is going to be your way there.
Totally last month, right? Success was so last month. I'm on to that next level success now. All right, so what we want you to do is, if you want to get some hot seat coaching, go ahead and put your questions in here, and we're going to start answering them and feel into it psychically. So go ahead and put your questions in the comments.
We have a cool comment already. Shanta said that she's signed up for our new program, and she has already signed 3 clients this week, and will be paying her BU get paid off in full. She joined at $135, but she's already made the money back. Hell yeah. That's the kind of magic that always happens when people sign up for our programs, I've noticed.
So let's talk about why that happens, right? Real quickly, while we're waiting for people to put their questions in. When you actually invest, like Shantia did, from a place of abundance instead of a place of a lack, from a place of knowing that you're going to get the return because you're banking on yourself instead of wondering, is this coach going to give me the result that I need? When you invest from an inner power, you get that return immediately because it calls you up to a higher level. It calls you to a higher space, and it actually causes the shift, right? The transformation is in the payment. And now for this BU Get Paid program, we made it super affordable because we wanted to take money off the table. So it is a $599 program, and she got in at $135. But
so that's pretty
gonna pay it off. Dunzo, hello, right? So that's really how that works. Everybody's like, oh my God, you just signed a contract for this, and somebody will go out and make it back right away. And that happens all the time. And it's because they're investing from a space of abundance and from knowing that they're a limitless creator.
And alignment too. It matters about alignment too. So if you feel like something that, you're moving into something that's really aligned for you, often your vibration raises, you take actions you haven't taken before, and you just show up differently. So that's, the energetic piece. We've got a bunch of questions now. Cool.
I'm not seeing any questions. Okay.
It's on my phone. It is. So the first one is Shantia. She wants to hit 5K months, so she needs to know how to up level and know her next steps.
Okay. So messaging and marketing.
For sure. And that, luckily, she's already in the program. So that's going to be, your messaging is definitely going to be really important, and selling more often, Shantia. Really starting to be out there, showing up every single day, sharing your message every day, and selling every single day. It feels like you definitely are not selling as much as you would need to keep growing.
Yeah, so there's a piece of her messaging that's missing. She's not showing up fully and authentically.
Mm-mm.
She's not sharing. So here's the thing, right? If you want to get amazing marketing, if you want your tribe to just like chase you down and go, yes, you, I want you, you're for me. If you want them to come to you with full pays and already sold on you and ready to work to you, you have to go to that place of vulnerability, right? This is like the feminine essence of who you are. And you have to go to that place of being vulnerable and sharing the things you don't want to share. Like, Dana and I aren't dying to share every single thing about our life, right? Like, okay, so maybe we are a little bit because I'm like that, but there are things I was scared of sharing. Like, I mean, a stripper for 17 years, like most people are supposed to hate that if they ever had to do that, right? So yeah, that was a really tough thing for me to share, and that was something that I struggled with for a long time. And then it's like, as soon as you tell that story, you're going to make millions. And sure enough, as soon as I told that story, I started having the hugest days of my career. And it's because the space that you are most fearful of holds the most power.
And it's hard. I mean, honestly, like when I shared about my, most of you guys know my story, but, about having had an eating disorder for so long and how, my past, I really hadn't really created very much success and, all those things. That was when people were more attracted to me. That's when people related more. I mean, some of you may have had an eating disorder. I know some people have come forward and told me that. And others of you just have similar incidences from your past where you didn't feel like you were fully in your power. So just know that those parts of your story that you're hiding, or those big parts of yourself, they're like, no, that doesn't fit. Those are actually the biggest sources of, yeah, that's gold. That's like, you're like actually.
Yeah, you want to hit pay dirt. So here's the deal, right? And real quick.
From the gold rush right there.
It is, right? So here's the deal real quick. Getting to the next level, getting to 5K months, getting to 10K, 30K, 50K, it's not going to be about a strategy. It's going to be about being more you. It's going to be about being more authentic. And it's going to be about being able to confidently and vulnerably in your feminine power dive into those spaces of fear that hold all of your power. So the more afraid you are of it, the more success is contained there, the more energy is contained there, the more that's how you experience that. Like, I went from here to here, right? So when I started my business, I had my first 12K month, my first month in business, and I
did not have one, so it's okay.
It's okay, you don't have to, but I was so I was stepping out in faith, and that was such a testament. So that was where all the power was, and that's why that happened. So you can literally go from zero to like literally 30K, 50K, if you actually just commit to showing up and sharing the things that scare you. Right.
Yeah, and I have something to add to that too, because I actually, early in my business, I got like right away pretty much to like 5K months. And then when I started to share my story, I literally went to 15 to 20K months and never ever fell below that again. That's a pretty big jump. Nothing, I did make some different offers, but not enough that would have actually accounted for that. It was literally just that I shared more of myself. People started to get to know me, as those parts of your story or the things that you believe that aren't status quo are actually what will attract people to you. And you're not wrong when you're thinking it'll also repel people from you, but you want that. You do want that. So if you are not having any type of, you're just like watered down vanilla, no one will really hate you probably, but nobody's really going to be called to work with you either. So
no one's going to rave over you. No one's going to like fall madly crazy in love with you. So Pixie says something's not working. I don't understand that.
I don't know that one, but the next question after her was
Kim Gallagher says.
Yeah, so is moving to product-based work the way I need to move? I keep having family emergencies that interrupt my client-based work. It is how I feel. That's no.
Yeah, I got a no on that right away.
No,
so you're looking for excuses to get out of work, and you're looking for a magic bullet here, and there's not a magic bullet. You're the product, and your family's going to keep coming up with these excuses and emergencies.
And you'll keep creating this. You're actually energetically creating this. You don't realize it, but you have to do the inner work, or your outer world will keep, basically there's fears here that I can feel, and they're just a reflection of it. So these old patterns or things that are getting in your way are showing you that you're not 100% committed to what you're doing and having that success. The products don't feel like they will sell from this energetic space.
No.
Later, they could, after you.
The thing here is, if you're not 100% in, the universe knows that. You can't lie to the universe. Like, you can lie to yourself, you can lie to your husband, you can lie to anybody else you want. You cannot lie to the universe.
Or me.
What? Or Dana. Do not try to lie to this woman. Like, I cannot tell you the stupidity that gets called out sometimes because of it. But it's fun, right? Like, thank God for entertainment. So here's the thing, like, you're either all in or all out. There is no black or, it's not gray here. It's only black or white. You're either in or you're out. 99% in is still out.
Yep, in this case.
Right?
In this case, you do need 100% commitment. You don't always have to take 100% of the actions or anything like that, but you do have to have at least 100. Well, there's nothing more than 100, but complete commitment. And for you, you're trying to find an easier way or a way to keep some of your blocks and things that you have taken this far and somehow have a different level of success. The good news is you can release those blocks and have a really, without, necessarily pushing harder, have a lot more success, but you can't just create a different way of making money from products and avoid what you need to be actually addressing right now. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Let us know if that lands, Kim, and how you feel about it. Shantia, did you was the feedback good for what we gave you? We have lots
of feedback, so we know, if things make sense. It's a little harder on Facebook Live, but we'll keep looking for it. So if you have additional questions, we'll come back to you and just let us know if it resonates.
Totally. So the next question is, hey, Kathy, I just saw you pop up there. No, I just saw Kathy pop up there, so I was saying hi to Kathy.
Oh, okay.
Kat is the next question, yeah. So Kat says, what is missing in my messaging with my new niche as an intuitive transformational coach?
Well, first of all, that in itself is a bit confusing, an intuitive transformational coach, Kat. So we're going to have to really kind of delve into what that means. That's that's kind of weak for a lot of ambiguity right there.
Yeah, that's kind of weak for what you do, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you want to lead with the results, like intuitive, like we get that you're intuitive. You don't necessarily need to say that. It will speak for itself if you're actually being intuitive and, coming from that space. You're going to wow people by knowing things that they didn't know you knew. And, it's just, there's so many other ways to get that across instead of wasting valuable real estate telling people, hey, I'm intuitive, right? Like, I'm a badass mofo when it comes to being psychic. I mean, crazy stuff, both Dana and I. And I don't typically sit around there going, I'm the most badass psychic. I just tell people what it is and blow them away, right?
Yeah, I mean, we call ourselves psychic business coaches, but and also you are very psychic, Kat, and you're saying intuitive. It feels a little soft as well. And then transformational coach is like a really vague word. It's like, it doesn't mean anything. So that doesn't say anything about your niche or, anything that you really do. So I definitely think that the start is to have it. This has always been for you, Kat, is getting really clear, committing 100% to whatever it is you're doing so that you can show up. And everyone knows your results are really good. Her clients, guys, like you don't know, Kat Karpoff, get amazing results, but she has a hard time owning that. So
yeah. So, I mean, really, yeah, look at the end result. What is it they're really getting from you? Like, yeah, everybody gets a transformation. That's why they hire anyone, is for the transformation. But, it has to be deeper, right? It has to be deeper. So, and for your messaging, it's really just more clarity and being more of you. That's the thing, that we're not seeing enough of you in your messaging. Yay, Mallory's here. Let us know what you think of that, Kat. Tough love. That was tough love. That was a demonstration. We know Kat for a while. We've been working with her for a very long time. She is a lovely, lovely soul.
Awesome.
Just a shout out, like, this woman has changed lives.
Yeah, her results are mind blowing.
Congratulations, Mallory had her first 10K month. Woo, woo,
hey, girl. Oh yeah.
How can I maintain that momentum? Okay, so the first thing I heard is she needs to be in the program. That was literally what I heard.
This program would be amazing for you, Mallory.
It would be, because it's not that you need to do anything. This is where everyone gets caught up. Like, what do I need to do 50K months? What do I need to do to maintain 10K months? What do I need to do to X, Y, Z? You don't need to do anything. Ask instead, who do I need to become?
Who do I need to be that?
Who you are at 5K is not who you are at 10K, right? Like, look back and see that transformation. And then who you are at 10K month, so it doesn't seem like a fluke, is not going to be the same person you are at continual 10K months. And then the person that continues to scale their income at a decent rate,
30.
yeah, 10, 20, 30, 50, 100, right? Whatever it is is never the same person. So it's not about doing more. This is the thing that Dana and I want to stress, right? Like we could give you 100,000 things to do. We could burn you into the ground and we could push you down and you could make it, but there's an easier way. And the easier way is becoming who you need to be to get paid.
Yep. Hopefully you join us in our program.
I know. What do you think of that, Dana? Is there something?
That was on point. That was on point. I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, Claire says, what is missing in my messaging with my current brand that prevents me from consistent 10K cash months? Okay, Claire, there's a few things here. Number one, there is some scarcity stuff going on, like a lot of fear around, getting the next client. You're not really bringing enough of you into your messaging at all. It is still a little on the surface. It needs to go deeper. You need to bring more of yourself, your story in there, and you need to get a lot clearer about who are you talking to? Like, who is this ideal client that you're really trying to pull in? Because it feels like in your audience, which is also the audience needs to grow, but you have a variety of people and a lot of them aren't really.
It's kind of a mishmash energy.
Yeah, it's kind of a mess in there a little bit with different people, and your message isn't clear enough that people know that you're talking right to them.
So the thing is, you need to self-identify. When people hear, read, see your message, they need to self-identify and go, yeah, that's for me. That's my thing. And that's the thing that's missing. That's the magic that's missing from your marketing, right? So guys, I just want to remind you, like, bring your marketing and messaging questions. We are covering them. Catherine Lee says hello. Hey, I've been seeing her.
I'm going to put the link to Be You Get Paid in the actual.
Yeah, and if you have questions about that, let us know. So let us know if that lands, Kim. We want to know. We're not getting feedback. Are these people still here?
Let me check. Let me see feedback. So Mallory said it was wonderful advice. So that's good.
Thank you, Mallory.
And Kat. So Kat says it does feel like a block. She knows she's not owning her value. I think that's the last two before. So yeah, we're getting feedback. So Claire, tell us how that lands. You'd also be amazing in our program. We could really, really help you with your messaging and taking things to the next level. So you can have those 10K months.
Do you know that I always reverse her name in my head? I always call her Kim Claire because she's psychic. Always. Like, I just realized you called her Claire, and I was like, her name's Kim.
It's Claire.
It's Claire. I always, I become dyslexic. And literally, it's because every time I see her name, I hear she's psychic. So it should be.
I think she has the ability to be psychic. She's not living like that yet, though.
No, she might not be living that way, but she is. But I always get Kim Clairvoyant. That's what I always see as her name. So it's so funny. Lindsay is up. Lindsay says, I'm working on getting more specific of my ideal client and updating my brand so they know when I'm talking to them. Currently, I feel drawn specifically to speak to those that are struggling with not being good enough and having that fear of failure. Am I on the right? So we're doing marketing and messaging. So is this right on?
That doesn't fit in. So
no.
Yeah.
So
it's more like a niche-based question. So it's not aligned with that.
Yeah, but I feel like something is actually off with her marketing in that.
Yeah, your niche, your marketing, a lot of money stuff coming up here that really need to be worked through as well. For you, it's a lot of energy stuff. There's a lot of fear, a lot of lack and scarcity that's stopping you from really showing up. You're more focused on like, oh my God, I got to make it or I can't make it kind of energy. And that's pushing people away. And you're trying to get clients without giving enough value. There's not enough value out there from you.
Yeah, totally.
Which we actually are covering that in the program too. I mean, you do need to give a lot of value in order to receive, and a lot of people, Sherry can share with you, like, are trying to like receive with like your hand out, like you're like, hey, like,
give me,
but I already want this now.
I'm not going to give you anything. Just give me. Like, that is my biggest pet peeve. I can't take it, right? So here's the thing. If you ever want to make more money, then just give it all away because you cannot outgive the universe. Mm-hmm. Literally, I gave away 100 free psychic readings before I ever charged for one. Do you know what the universe did? Yeah, like 12K month, my first
That's
month.
How she got the 12K month. She spent the time, building that up. So just know that, like, if you're fearing that you can give too much away, or feeling like you're giving and nobody's,
that's
giving.
Lack mentality. That's scarcity. You will get amplified lack back and amplified scarcity because that is the energy you're coming from. So you're creating amazingly well, right? Like, you're creating off the charts amazingly well. But here's the thing. All you have to do to create off the charts on the other end of the spectrum is to just get rid of that. Totally. Angel says, how can I share my story that we had to file for a consumer proposal, almost like bankruptcy, if my husband is not ready to let this story out in open? You can't. You have to decide to either honor your path or your husband's path. And since this,
Wait, where did that go? I missed this. Oh. Okay. Sorry, my screen went out. That's why. Okay, I get it
Catherine
now.
Lee said yes to something. I'm not sure what. Catherine, if you have a question, put it in there. We'd love to answer. So here's the thing. You can't do everything, right? Like you can't honor your husband if you want to honor your husband and that sanctity of marriage, and the trust between you, and share that. You might be able to share it in like if you have your own group with his permission, or in private groups if you have his permission and blessing. Like you could share it in private groups, not on your personal page, not anywhere that public people could find it. I think that's it. So I would come to him and I would say, this is something that I feel is really.
Here's the deal, Angel, too. Like here's what I'm feeling around it. It feels like it was more recent. Like it's like really like a recent kind of thing. So there may not be a point to sharing it yet. Like you want to get through like the financial stuff you're going through, because it doesn't feel like you have the full perspective. Like you don't want to share things. This is actually
what is the like why do you want to share it? What is the outcome of you sharing it? So when I wanted to share that I was a stripper for 17 years, I mean, I wanted to share that because I made like $2 million. I wanted to share that to let people know you can really do what people think is fucking up your life and still have an incredible business and life. So there was a lot of reasons why I wanted to share that and how I knew that would help my audience.
You have to be like, your typical person who's, grad school.
I'm not perfect.
Yeah. So I just want to make sure it doesn't feel like it's really quite the right time.
Yeah. Let us know what your ultimate result there is, and we can help you find something better. So Carly says, should I raise my prices for one-to-one? You should let us know if you have a marketing question or messaging.
Yeah, marketing and messaging, honey. So if you have something that has to do with marketing and messaging, please, put it at the bottom and we'll get to everyone.
Kathy says, okay, this totally makes me scared. Sharing that I was a closet dieter. I was always on a diet for 15 years trying to lose this annoying 15 pounds. I was never obese. Kathy is freaking gorgeous.
Yeah, Kathy, I shared that I threw up 30 times a day for like multiple years. So I think you can reveal this one.
I was never obese, but so uncomfortable and hated the way I looked and felt. People would tease me saying I didn't need to lose weight. Now that I look and feel better than ever in my life. Should I go for it? Absolutely. And
yeah. I mean, that's not even like that,
It is to her. I mean, it's throttling her energy, but absolutely you should share that. And you should so this actually stems from more self-love than anything. And that's what you actually want to share with people, that they need to love themselves enough that they're worth doing your program, right? Kathy has an amazing program. Dana and I are in it, and it's like this anti-aging, cellular rejuvenation kind of thing. It's incredible. So you want to share
94, and you would never even know it, would you?
95 in 2 hours. So it's a good thing I love you like that much.
I'm 117, which is even.
I'm 117,000 years old. And look, I actually went to preschool with Joan Rivers.
Preschool.
It was a cave. No. Oh God, you're gonna make me laugh. So anyway, Kathy, you need to share that, and you need to uncover. So you need to, beyond even sharing your message, you need to understand, like we just told
someone, just say something. I mean,
Angel. Like we just told Angel, you need to have the outcome for like what they're going to get out of it. So be very clear on that. Super important. Are you guys getting a lot out of this? This is fun.
Yeah, let us know. Give us feedback. Okay, so let's look at the next one. The next one is
Angela.
We missed Stephanie Frey.
I didn't see it. She's not on mine. Okay, let's do her.
Oh no, sorry, Kathy. No, Angela, you're right. Stephanie is a few down because Kim was back on. Okay, so Angela, what type of messaging should I be created now to attract my soulmate ideal clients? I mean, that's a pretty broad.
Yeah, that's really broad. So here's the thing, and this is for everyone because this is what you need to do, Angela. Your messaging,
so that's going to help as well.
Your message, she's in B. You get paid. She's going to get like so far with this. And Angela is a really amazing fertility goddess. Like she's actually helped me to get pregnant. So, and she's an incredible medical intuitive. I got to say this. So here's the thing, right? Your message, and this is for everyone, your message is whatever needs to come out of your mouth, right? So, I mean, literally, if it's not so much, and it is so much, right? So it's not so much like my message can only be like, if you want to make millions, work with me and Dana. Like, yeah, if you want to make millions, work with me and Dana. But my message is also, if you want to have a really great life, work with me and Dana. If you want to be rich instead of right, work with me and Dana. Oh, like, if you need digestive issues, work with Kathy. But yeah, your message is whatever needs to come out. So it's whatever your tribe, whatever your audience needs to hear. So if you're learning about a new supplement, like, hey, this might help somebody, I just found blah, 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 blah. That's a message, right? Yeah. It's not that your message is going to be any one thing. Angela, for you, your message needs to be more. It needs to be more consistent, and it needs to be like, you need to open up, get real, get raw, and let these
people own your space, share, your results, share, things that you think other fertility practitioners are not doing correct. Like, you always want to go into, if something is like not working and it in your industry, you guys got to call that out. You got to share what is working, what isn't working. People need
to make it work.
Yeah. Like, what's different? Why is yours, why working with you is going to be different than just hiring the average person. You're a medical intuitive, you're a healer, blah, blah. Like, we don't see enough of that out there for you.
No, here's the thing, your messaging for everyone, your messaging needs to be going out every day, because when you fall off, you might as well forget it. It takes 2 weeks to get back on. And then and that's only if you're consistent for those 2 weeks. So if you fall off and then you're not consistent for 2 weeks, then it takes another 2 weeks to get back on. And then people look at you and they literally categorize you as someone who is not serious about their business.
Yeah, either flaky or just not like really all in.
Because here's the thing about the women we work with. If you are not eating, sleeping, dreaming about your business, because it is so deeply ingrained into your DNA, and it doesn't mean you're overworking, doesn't mean you're under earning, doesn't mean like you're driving yourself and burning yourself out. It means that it's in your DNA at that level. Then that's like, you're our people. You're meant to work with us, and you should be, and you get paid.
And if you're not, then it's not going to work. I'm going to get real with you guys. Like, if you're not really 100% committed, you don't show up every day, you take a week off here. I mean, there's nothing wrong with taking a week off when you're established. And still, like, I don't really take entire week off where I don't even touch. I mean, like, our soul calls out for us to show up. Our soul calls out for us to share our message. So if you're not in at that level, you probably should just, get a job or do something else, because you're never really going to have a very high level of success, impact. You're not going to ever feel that fulfilled in it. It can be part-time hours, but it is not a part-time commitment. It is a full-time
part-time passion. You have no part-time
you gotta have the passion. You've got to love what you're doing. If you don't love your work, people can tell, and they are not going to hire you.
And that's the thing, right?
Off my soapbox.
And this is what people can tell when you're not showing up daily, sharing your message. It's only that important to you. So people will judge you by as much as you actually show up and tell them how important your message is and what you are doing is. And if you're not doing it every day, multiple times a day even, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can miss a day or two. That's not even the thing, but it's like, are you really in? Like, or are you just sort of sitting there, and sometimes you come out and then you take weeks off and you're hiding? Energetically, people can feel all of that. And if you're not enjoying yourself, if you're not having passion for it, if you're not madly in love with what you're doing and the people you're doing it for, it just doesn't work. It will not work. It is not for you then.
Totally. So
next question. Okay.
Yeah, we just got a ton of questions come up. We got to start plowing through these.
Okay, plowing. All right, let's get the plow. All right, so we've got next was Pixie. She doesn't even feel 50% in right now. Energetically, she feels pretty off, and it hasn't gotten better. That's going to be a choice, Pixie. Yep. You're in the program, but you're going to have to make that decision. And nobody can. This is so great that she said that, because it's for everyone.
That's so awesome. Like, everybody, like, let's just take a minute and applaud Dick. Like, give her some hearts. Give her the heart of hearts, right?
Most people don't. That's why I picked
to go out there and say I feel 50% in. That's ballsy.
Yeah. Okay. So, and then for you, Pixie, you got to look at it too. Nobody can make the commitment for you. Nobody can get you there. You have to do this yourself. Maybe you need to make some shifts. Maybe you need to figure out what it is. But if something is stopping you guys too, if you're 50% in, 80% in, 97% in, I would say, that's not even worth it. It really isn't worth it. You have to be 100% in, or you're just,
you're not in. There's you're either 100% pregnant or you're not pregnant. You're either 100% underwater or you're floating, right? You're either 100%
driving, hopefully.
Right, like you're either 100% doing anything or you're not. So Kim says that does make sense, 100% in all. I'm confused because right now my son and his medical issues and appointments. So here's the thing, right? when you start combining your business with your life, you're going to have you need resources, Kim. I'll be honest. The resources you need right now are financial, and you're going to be able to hire people to come in and take the burden off of doing the dishes, cooking, cleaning the house, so you can be with your son and make your family work, because they need you. And I feel that 100,000%. And here's the thing. She says, I give so much to my time and my family that and my business suffers. And that's where I'm confused. I thought with a product I could work around the needs of my family. No, with coaching, you can get out there and you can serve at the 10K, 20K. You can have a 50K client if you have done the energy work, the internal work to see the external results. You could change this in 1 month, right? The difference between you having what you need to give to your family and you not doing this, a product is not going to do that. I mean, what are you going to sell, Boeing? Like, you can't sell Boeings or Ferraris, then you're not going to make that kind of money. So what I would say to you is I would get 100% in, like all the way in. That was supposed to be 100%, but go 100. I am not a crook.
You do 100, guys. This is the 100 sign.
There's math in there somewhere.
Like, if I do Tuesday, I don't know. I can't do 100.
So get 100% in, like for real, and make it your goal, because here's the thing. You're cutting yourself off from all of the support that your family, your son, and you need, and all the happiness. And if you're in alignment and doing it and getting paid to be you, once again, right? Like, this stuff just happens. I mean, Dana has a freaking army. The woman can't cook. She can't go near a knife. Do you think that she's not feeding her family? I mean, she's married to a doctor. He can't sit around cooking all day. I get meals. We have a place right around here. They deliver my meals. I'm an excellent cook. I don't have time to sit around cooking. I don't.
And I'm able to get my kids to appointments. And I know your son has, issues and stuff, but the thing is, if you don't bring in something different, you're already burned out. You want to do something different. You want to bring in more income. You want to still be there for your son. And it's never going to change the way it's going. So if you make that commitment, and maybe there'll be a little sacrifice for a little while, you can actually have what you want. You can actually not be so stressed with having to do everything yourself. And you can have a fulfilling life purpose-based business that also, impacts a lot of others.
And here's the thing. When you get better on the inside, your son will get better too, because you're going to come up in strength. You're going to hold a higher space, and things are going to shift all around. It's just going to happen.
You're not going to feel like a victim to your circumstances anymore.
Yeah, right. And my daughter just told me the other night, right? She said something, and she's like, the dog bit her. I just got a dog. And
the puppy. It's not like a real dog bit her. It's a
tiny. It's like a fluff pot, I call it. And so it bit her, and I go, "Oh God, are you okay?" Maybe she goes, "I'm not going to be a victim to that, Mom. You don't have to ask if I'm okay, but thank you." Like, am I doing it right or what? Like, this is the example we need to be setting for our children. And even if your son has medical issues, he needs to see you as the example of living your purpose, your light, and your soul, and bringing those things into manifestation, because he needs to get not caught up in the medical issues. That's even more important than you. I will say that.
Feeling like you have to sacrifice anything in your life, you can't have an amazing family life, you can't have amazing business, like, that is not what we're meant to come here for. So there's a lot of belief work to do here, Kim, for sure.
So look, Stephanie, I love her energy. I don't even know her that well. I can just feel the energy. She says, my messaging and packages are changing toward my ideal client. Well, yay.
Yay.
What do you feel are my next steps as I progress forward? You get paid. Because the thing that's missing for you.
We're not trying to sound salesy or anything, but actually, Steph, it would be really, really good for you. She's awesome. So she actually, Stephanie is an amazing healer. She's an intuitive, and she's also a weight loss coach. She brings a very spiritual approach to weight loss, so you can lose, this is actually a pretty good pitch, but so that you can lose weight and keep it off forever, because she deals with the underlying issues, because weight gain is generally not about like the food, right? It's usually about the emotional stuff. It's about, sometimes the endocrine, like a lot of different things. So she does the whole package there. So that's Stephanie.
Yeah. So the thing is, it's not about what you need to do next. And we said that earlier. So I'm really just saying that again. It's not about what you need to do. It's about who you need to become. And, you need to become the person that is speaking to that ideal client at a high level, that your marketing reflects your truth, your authenticity, your results, things like that. Somebody actually did ask if this program was just about messaging. It is not just about messaging. It's about positioning. It's about selling. It's about all the foundations that nobody has.
And it's an inside out process. Like, we're actually going from the inside out. So you're getting the outside actions, of course, but you're actually doing the inner work so that you can have the actions work. Yeah. You're also going to be really understanding how your energy, your masculine and your divine masculine energy, your divine feminine energy can support you in your business, because for 99.99% of us, including us some of the time, we're working through that too. We're not using those energies in a way that bring massive results.
in an activated, dynamic way, right? So we're going to dive into the divine feminine. We're going to dive into the divine masculine. We're going to get into your messaging. We're going to get into positioning. We're going to get into client attraction instead of chasing, because hello, no one needs to be chasing clients, and converting is still 1990.
Yeah, 1990. Probably 2007.
Whatever. Don't convert. Have people chase you. Have them just hand you the money, right? So we're going to be working on the marketing, the messaging, and really cracking open who you are, because who you are showing every person on this call, I swear to you right now, who you are showing up today as is not the deepest, best part
no.
of
No one on this call, it feels like
1% to 10% filter that you have going on of what you are letting through. Oh my God, my grandma's calling. That's a bad sign.
And that's where your 50K months, and everything comes from, when you're really showing up at that level.
Yeah, totally. Twyla says, I feel like I'm missing something in my messaging. Last month, I had a great month for the first time, and people, this is the same thing we told that other girl. And people, and myself included, got a bit clear on who I am and what I do. Is there something I'm missing? Yeah, you're missing our program. If you don't know who you are, what you do, who you're serving, and your messaging is off, like you can have great months. You can make 30 to 50K and still not know this stuff. Yes. But unless you are actually like doing it at a high level, then
so that's the key. So if you guys have hit like a bigger month, that's usually a place of a lot of fear for people, and it's because you don't really know how you created it and what was different. And if you can really get into the place where to show up every day and just share your message, and what kind of, we're actually going to teach them how to create great content in a weird way, in a lot of ways in this program too, like how to show up with your best content and just keep doing it. Then of course there's the fear, right? It's like, I did it once, but how do I keep doing this? Because you're not getting in front of your audience, and you're probably not having people just reaching out to you saying, hey, Twyla, I need to work with you. I need to work with you. Because that would give you more of that sense of, stability and security that, yeah, we all want that, right? So I think that for you, that it would really be a great next step as well.
So the thing about messaging is you can't get to the next step if your messaging is off. And if you think something is missing from your messaging, it is, right? So the thing that's missing from your messaging, and we can't like actually go through that at this point, because this is only like whatever it is. But the thing that's missing is you. It's the authentic you. It's the thing you're afraid to say. It's combining that divine feminine with the divine masculine, right? These are the things you need to do, and you need to understand. So as the program, Catherine Lee asked, is it all about messaging? No, it's not. It's about inner work. It's about energy work. It's about activating the parts of you that are dormant and sleeping, getting to that next level, and really getting paid to be you, and having clients attracted to you instead of chasing them, right?
Yep. Oh, I see that now. Okay, cool.
Hey, Marianne is in it. Hey, Jenna.
Hey, Jenna.
Claire again. Moss says, what can be a marketing recommendation for me and my audience? I still feel like a newbie sometimes. It's not a marketing recommendation. There's no strategy here, right? You're the product, you're the niche, you're the
energy.
Everything. It's your energy. So if it's not landing with your audience, you can have a small audience. I was making money before I had an audience, right? Like I made money before I had an audience. I just put out offers, and I developed my audience from my offers.
She had people watching her, and I had people watching me, and we obviously were sharing value and messaging, but we didn't technically have a list or a big list at that point in our businesses. And we hit 6 figures. At least I had 6 figures before I really had an email list. Maybe it was like a little one. And that still isn't, we do have several thousand people on our email list, but that isn't our number one way of communicating with people. We still show up. And there's times where we aren't showing up enough, and it does show. We know when we're showing up fully, when we're giving it all of a sudden it becomes so easy, and people just keep coming to us. When there's blocks, we have to work through them like anyone else. So it's a process. You just need to learn what that process is so that you can replicate it. There's no one.
It feels like it's a strategy. Like marketing is not a strategy. Marketing is the messaging that comes out of your mouth, and your audience needs to know all about you. They need to see your life. They need to see the messy desk. They need to know about the things you made mistakes about. That's your marketing. There is no strategy. I can give you, you know what? I can prove this, because Dana and I used to do something where we would get on the call with a VIP call with a client, and I would give them a strategy to get them to like hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars. High level strategy. But here's the thing. It wasn't about the strategy, and nobody could do it if they weren't willing to do the internal work. It's never about the strategy. It's about you. So if you want to get to that next level of money, forget the strategy. Let the strategy go work on the inside of you.
Because it's like a lot of times, your intuitive hits that'll come through once you've done the inner work too are going to be better than sometimes, the things that come through that you should do might not make any sense. They might never have been done before. They might be so original. Sometimes those are the strategies that'll actually be the thing that propels you forward. But if you're still stuck in trying to do it right, or strategy, or haven't, shown up fully as yourself, that's not possible to happen. So this program, that's why we actually created it.
Totally. Mariana says, I'm giving away 20 readings a month. Awesome. Make sure you're getting testimonials for them, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. Catherine says, I put it in. Good. Melissa Porch says, excited for tomorrow. Can't see the live feed.
But we don't see it. We don't see her.
Her question was, is it all about messaging?
Oh, got it. Okay.
I've been thinking to change my existing business group to a paid membership, low cost, high value, lots of free coaching, and mainly a way to connect and leverage. Okay, but I'm not sure where that's going.
I'm not sure how that is like an.
Is that something about marketing I'm missing there, or? And she's in it, isn't she, Dana? Yeah. So you can put the question you have in there.
Give me 1 second. I need to get this. This hair's been in my eye the whole time, so I'll be right back.
All right. So Melissa, if you have a question about the marketing of it, right? I would just tell people why you're doing it. If that's the question. If your question is the marketing and messaging, people need to know why you're doing it. People don't buy stuff because you're like, it comes with 27 calls and 50 widgets and 40 pizza pies, right? That's not why they buy anything. They buy it because of you and your commitment and your passion. And it comes down to you. People only purchase because of you. So when people buy, they're not buying you're not buying the program. You're buying me and Dana because there's a reflection of you that you see in us. Like whether it's our level of success, whether you like that we're willing to get on here and do this, or you're attracted to the fact that we're psychics and we own it, whatever it is, whatever attracts you to us is what is available to you. And that's actually why you should get in the program, because it's a transference of energy that we provide. Catherine says, this program is only about messaging, right? Just in case. Okay, no, we answered that. I shared it in one of my community, and Angel says she did share it. She showed people that without a credit card at our disposal is never a hindrance to succeed. I've never had one credit card, so definitely not a hindrance. I was told it was my dark night of the soul. I mean, that's possible, I guess. I did see such great results after becoming an energy healer. I make 5K months now. The goal is to get to 10K. So get in our program. If your goal is to get to 10K, get in our program. I'm missing some of this.
I don't know why I'm so lost. Where are these?
Angel, it was 4 minutes ago.
Okay, so I see I shared one in the community I'm part of, and I said show people. It was Dark Night of the Soul, and then I don't see anything about the 5K months. Am I retarded? Yeah.
I did see I don't know where you didn't see it. I make 5K months now and more. So the goal is really to get to consistent 10K months with energy healing using my psychic abilities yeah, that's amazing. You can do that. There's no reason you can't be having 20K months. Your energy is really good around this and it feels good. So, I can't say anything more than get in our program, because the thing with you is none of this is strategy. It's all internal for you. Mm-hmm. It's internal for everyone, but for you especially, you have things that you're allowing to weigh on your energy and hold you back. Clara says, last time I spoke to you, was that you? You said that I was not even a bit aligned. I took the whole summer to seek, that had to be Dana.
I have no idea.
I took the whole summer to seek and align. I feel there was a huge shift and I'm finally there. I'm wondering if there will be a market for my coaching. It's all about women's sensuality, sexuality, and feminine freedom. How do I know if I'm conveying my message clearly? People will pay you.
Yeah, if people are throwing money at you guys, you're conveying your message clearly. If they keep throwing more and 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 more money at you, then you're up level.
You made it. Yeah. Keep going, right?
If you're making exactly what you want to be making right now, then your message is on point, and you could probably teach messaging honestly at that point. If you're making hundreds of thousands a month, or even if it's you only want to make 50K a month, but you're always making that, then if you're purely satisfied with where you're at and people are just coming to you and flowing to you, then your messaging is aligned. And then any level below that, it's aligned to whatever point that it's working. So, someone who's making nothing is probably much more out of alignment than someone who's making a 30K month, or 20 to 30K months. They have some pieces in place that are really working for them, but there's still, unless that's all they want to make. So I'm going to say, if you set an intention with the universe, this is all I want to make, that's all you'll make. But say that somebody's making 20 to 30K a month and they really want to make 100K a month, then there is elements that are still needing to shift in order to allow them to move to that next level. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense to you guys.
Yeah, I think it totally does. But I think the important thing to say here is if you're not making the money you want, then you need to get in the program, and you can get in for as little as
$135. Yeah, I mean the program, we literally underpriced it. It's worth, I think, 5 or 6 times more than we actually.
Easily worth 2,000.
Yeah, I mean at least. And then we actually just said, you know what, let's make this such a no-brainer. Let's give them options, because we knew that this was the number one thing that's missing for most people. It's the number one reason most people aren't making, you know, 500,000 a year. It's and more. It's the number one element that even for us, when we work on it, is when we get the best results. So we're giving you the highest level stuff that has gotten us to where we're at as well.
Totally. Mariana says, I have a release fear program, and the first one ever I've done had 11 people. It has gone down to 4 the second and third. Yeah, because your energy is out of it. You can't just keep running the same program. You can change the name of it. No, you need a new program. Past, present, and future. I don't understand that. It's about releasing past life scars to heal the present and have a bright future. Everyone that goes through it,
like, I mean, release fear and have a, like, you know, it doesn't feel sexy, and it does need a little bit more. We need some oomph in here, in your energy around it, and the program itself. So messaging, she's in the program, thank God, so we can really work with you on shifting that too. We are going to, you know, work on what kind of offers to make too.
Yeah. So here's the thing, like, you have more things coming through you. People need to experience you in more ways. And here's the thing, guys, if you have an audience and you're only putting out one offer over and over and over, then you're like leaving all the people that want to work with you, but they're waiting for that specific offer they need to come. And you have to get more creative, and we'll cover that in the program.
Actually, thank you, Marianne. This just came through. This is awesome. That was a perfect question. But the other thing you guys really want to think about and really understand is that just because something worked in the past doesn't mean it'll keep working. So, you know, a lot of times we do cling to something like, you know, so she got 11 people in, she figured it would keep growing. I had to scrap an entire program that actually had several people in that I was running again that didn't feel right anymore, and create a whole new program, because that's what I was guided to do. So just know that don't try to, like, a lot of times we're trying to recreate from the past, which is not really the way to have a different future. You'll just get at most what you had before, and usually not even that. So knowing that you want to be open to new ideas, to creativity. So if you get stuck on like, hey, I used to be able to sell my 3-month program very easily, it's not selling right now. Don't fucking sell that 3-month program, please. Like, it's not the right thing anymore. So that's alignment. That's going to be that. All that's going to be covered.
Or you need to switch it up, or change it, or like add something to it, or perhaps your messaging for it is not. Your messaging is the reason it's not selling as well. So definitely, since you're in the program, you will have that covered. Angel says, "Thank you. You're so welcome." Twyla says, "Thank you."
Kira King said, "I'm 100% pregnant, 100% in content creation." That's great, Kira. Work the energy to the goals. All right, I think that's just. All right, so unless I'm missing someone early or on, I think the next one's Leslie Benton. Is that what you see, Sherry?
I'm so lost here. Oh yeah, Leslie, the blocks in me keep the blocks keep me from showing up 100%. Okay, I have to cover that. Nothing, my daughter even told me this last night, right? My daughter said, I said, the dog just made me do that. And she goes, Mom, nobody can make you do anything. These blocks have no power.
No, they're not stopping you from showing up at all.
Blocks are not stopping you. You're using the blocks as an excuse to not show up and have exactly what you want, right?
So Leslie, unless you're tied up in, which you're obviously not because you're on here, but unless you were tied up in a basement somewhere, held captive by a captor, nothing is stopping you from showing up 100%.
Right.
You.
So she says the blocks keep me from showing up 100%. I have a hard time finding my way through around them. So here's the thing. You don't have to. You can have what you want in spite of the blocks that are holding you back. I mean, I don't have a college degree. I dropped out of high school. I was a single mother. I have a lot of things that I could use as an excuse not to be successful. I probably have a whole lot more than most. Well, I won't say more than most people. I mean, I spent a lot of my life growing up on welfare. I made a lot of bad choices, none of which were ever the wrong choice for me. So I could use all of those things, or I could use those things to fuel me to get through it, right? Like the only block you have is the block to getting into action and commitment. You're not committed.
No, not at all. Not even 50% is what it feels like.
And guys, like this is who we are. Like, we're not going to sugarcoat this. We're not going to tell you what you want to hear.
Like 100%, you got to be 100% committed. 100%, not 95, because Sherry can't do it with like the.
Thank you. Can I get the 100%?
Yeah, I got 100% there.
I do the work and I have good testimonials, but when it comes time to sell crickets, that's because your messaging is off. So get in our program.
Yep. Get your butt in there. If you're committed. Honestly, don't get the program if you're not committed. If you're committed to finally.
If you're not committed, don't get in.
No, do not get in there. It's not going to work. So only get in our program if you are ready to at least make that commitment, be 100% in, because then we can get you amazing results.
And only get in if you're going to implement and do the work and you're a
Yes.
fast action taker and you want this as much as you want to breathe. Like if your success is that important to you, like if your success is like a kid to you, like one of your children, then you can get in the program. If not, don't buy.
Yeah, because we can get you there, but not, you have to do the commitment level. You have to say, I am in.
We'll meet you there, but we're not going to drag you there.
No.
So who actually wants to get in the program or has questions about the program right now? And we're going to continue to answer these. Clara says, thank you. Angel says, thank you. Yes, I know what I need to work on is all internal and ancestral. Bullshit. Nothing is ancestral unless you make it ancestral. You can get past life healing that can affect you in this lifetime, but
it's not the number one thing holding anyone back in this life.
No, it's an excuse. It's exactly what I just told Leslie. You're using this as an excuse not to actually have every single thing you want. And here's the thing, guys. I had to tell myself this, right? So, like, I'm being a bit of a hard ass right here, but I had to tell myself, like, my excuses were, I'm the breadwinner. I get so stressed out. I'm a martyr. Like, my excuses were like, I don't have the proper team. My excuses were like, I can't do all of this on my own. Like, and one day I had to get real with myself and be like, Sherry, like, seriously? You're using all of these fucking excuses or things that you call blocks just as a way to justify not having the $1 million that you want, not having the kick-ass audience, the tribe that you love and that loves you back. You're using all of these excuses not to show up and serve and live your purpose, right? So what I'm saying to you is get rid of all those excuses. Like, God gave you.
I mean, we both have. Everyone's had excuses, so we're definitely not a judgment. But if
No.
you keep putting those there,
But I'm going to hold the mirror up for you to see the light, right? Like, you have to see your own reflection. So, I mean, and I'm a person that God even taught me how to do past life clearing, right? Hello, he taught me.
Sherry taught me how to do it, so it was all perfect.
Yeah. So I get this, but I never allow those things to be the only reason I'll succeed.
No.
My success comes because, and Dana's success comes because we decide and we recognize that we are successful from the inside. We are not successful because we've done the things. We are successful because we have chosen to be successful.
And the things come. So that it's a different way to look at it. But also, so notice if Mercury retrograde or the moon or
a reason. Mercury retrograde has nothing to do with you.
If you're dead or dying, like, that is an excuse. Like, you probably, can't show up. Like, if you're
here's the thing, people want to use Mercury retrograde. Oh God, we're just going here, Dana. We're going.
This is what we believe.
I bet they're gonna drop off. They're going, it's going down. So here's the thing. If you want to use Mercury retrograde as an excuse, then go right ahead. But you should probably not be in this community. You should probably not work with us because we're not gonna stand for it. Because here's the thing that I know. Every time Mercury retrograde happens, something amazing happens in my life. And I made that decision because everybody said Mercury retrograde was this terrible thing that was happening. And I was like, so I started finding things to pin to Mercury retrograde. I like here I am, like, pin the tail on the Mercury retrograde donkey. Here's another thing I can pin on Mercury retrograde.
And here's the deal. Mercury retrograde can affect things, like, right? Maybe your computer will have some issue or something like that, but it is not going to stop you. You should, don't
be a victim to Mercury retrograde
or anyone else. No, don't be a victim to those type of things. So that's the kind of, like, it's the big picture in that, and also the other thing, I'm going to go there with this too. If you are, using your guides to make all your decisions, I know I have to do it. I have to. I'm sorry. Like, that is not what your guides are for. Your guides are there to help you with, like, spiritual direction.
Can you tell me what I need to invest in for my guides? Can you tell me what I need to eat?
Guides are not going to tell you what to eat for dinner. Your guides are, they're not humans on this earth. So
they're here for spiritual development.
They're not in business. They don't even have a fucking business. So, like, why would your guides be, like, guiding you in your business?
They think we're ridiculous for even adhering to the fact of money when we don't need it, when we're the only thing here, when we are the universe.
So they're from a different dimension. They're from, like, they're not here for that. So if you're doing things like asking your guides what you should eat for dinner, what you should wear, who you should date, those type of things, that is a lot of victimhood. It is also a bit of insanity, truthfully, because you've given your power up to things outside yourself. So if you can't hear your guides that day or you're blocked, then you just lay in a bed. Those type of things, that's going too far. That is, I'm saying this with love.
No, that's being a victim. That is allowing the power to be outside of yourself. There is never any more power outside of yourself than in yourself.
Because you are God. You are an expression of God. Everything on this earth plane has been created in
one energy. You're God. You've transformed. Yeah, like I'll take it a step further. Like, everybody here doesn't even exist to me. because I'm God and you are all just a piece of me and a reflection of me. And that's actually like, I don't know
It's
if
not that everyone doesn't exist to you. Everyone is you, and you are everyone.
right, that's what I mean, right? Like everyone is me. I said, yeah, I didn't mean it that way. Like you
And
don't
are,
exist.
yeah, we're all the same. Yeah, but
Right.
that's one that's going definitely, you know, obviously deeper with it. But knowing that looking to a source outside yourself, whether it's your guides or your husband or your goat, I guess. I mean,
You guys are even just another experience of you.
yeah. I mean, it is. Your higher self is actually the highest version of what you can.
God, you,
yeah,
God.
If you're outside yourself with your guides as opposed to inside with your higher self, that's still a step lower on the vibration scale. So that's another.
So Stacy says hi. Mariana says, my people are asking for a new program every month. Give it to them. They will pay you. It's gratitude.
Give them what they want.
Give them what they want. Yeah. Like if they're asking for it, then give them what they want.
Make sure they buy it. But yeah, I mean, if your people want it and they're going to buy it, I mean, like my people want something.
Sounds like fun to me.
Future people.
Yes, and everything can be cleared, but the person needs to do it themselves. Well, sure. Thank you, ladies. I would be disappointed if you sugarcoated it. You are so welcome, Leslie, and we were really hard ass on you. So
yeah, thank you. I'm glad you guys. I don't know how to be anywhere else.
So I want to know.
Lindsay Bernard, don't even learn what the Mercury retrograde stuff means. Everyone else is doing fine without knowing it, and that's not something you want to know about.
Yeah, if you don't know what it is, don't stop to like
consider yourself blessed.
Yeah, like don't stop to get stupid. If you don't know what it is, you're better off. Like ignorance is bliss in this case. So here's the deal. I want to know who else. Hey, Kiara King's on.
Yes, Mariana, that would also be giving your power away, and you can attract the wrong. There's a lot more to it, Mariana. Like you're actually, she's right, and just don't. If you've been doing that, don't feel bad about it. Just be like, haha, I'm moving on. I'm not a victim to it anymore, and just don't ask your guides tonight for dinner or what dress to wear. And you'll be good.
Right. So here's the thing. I want to know who wants to get into Be You Get Paid or what they have questions about. I think that would be good if we could have a discussion on that. And then a discussion
on
why
you don't want to get in. Why you feel like you don't want to get in.
Oh, yeah. That's even better. Why don't you want to get into Be You Get Paid?
We like to know this stuff too.
Actually, if you want to get in, tell us that too. But
tell us both. Tell us why you do, why you don't. Because it is like.
Can you put the link up for it again?
Yeah, I'll do it again.
So here's the deal. There's actually a VIP option, and Dana and I haven't done this in forever. It's about 15.
When Angel sent me a PM about it, let me see. Does she? Oh yeah, we have a payment plan for the. We also have a couple VIP spaces left. I think Angel is actually asking about it. I'm going to give the link to you guys and to her, and I'll answer her question. I hope that's okay, Angel, because other people are going to have this too. But yes, there are payment options. I'm going to give it to her in the PM, and I'm going to give it to you guys on the thread again. Sherry, if I give it to you, can you put it up at the top of the thing so it's part of the thing so they don't have to keep scrolling down for it?
Yeah, I can do that once we're done.
Oh, we can't do it now? Okay, cool.
No, I can't. I can't edit a live.
Okay.
So here's the thing. You can actually work with us privately. You get 3 sessions over 6 weeks, and we'll give you the program for free for less than $2,000.
It's insane. Yeah. It's 2-on-1 coaching, like us going. I mean, that offer is really, I don't even know how many times the value is on that one. It's probably way too many. But I mean, we basically for that, and actually on that one, you get in between support with us via Voxer.
Yeah, like you literally are entering at our highest level where you get access to us, in between support, messaging, and the program for free. And you're just like, you're not even paying for the coaching because our coaching is so much more than that.
It's normally over $5,000 a month to work with both of us. So yeah, that one is crazy.
Individually, to work with either one of us individually, it's $5,000 a month. So you're getting like 3 sessions.
Plus in between support and the program. Yeah, it's insane. And we only have a couple spaces left for that. So if you want that, get your butts in there. That one is, if you really are ready for
That's only for the people that really need it, really want it, and really want to like go all out.
You got to be all in 100%. Like seriously, if you're going to do that, because we're going to get you amazing results, and we only want people who we can get those amazing results for.
Yeah.
So the payment plans that are available, someone asked that on a PM too. So for the VIP, it's as little as 3 monthly payments of $800 or $19.99 paid in full. For the regular, it is as little as 6 payments of $135. We made it so money couldn't be an issue if you are struggling in that way.
Yeah.
2 payments $350 or just $599 paid in full. So it's 7 weeks long.
We just added another week.
We added an extra week, yep. So it's going to be even more value. You'll have 7 weeks of support. And
it's no longer 6 weeks, it's 7 weeks for $599. That's insane. So Clara asked, wait, my phone just went off. Clara says, when do we have to sign up? Money is really an issue right now. An issue I have to fix ASAP. Yeah, so 135, if that's an issue, like
If
Go
135 is an issue, guys, then that is a really, really big problem.
That's
If
a
you
bigger
cannot
problem than
yeah, you should not be at that space where you cannot afford $135 in your business.
because here's the deal: if you can get the first month's payment, you're going to make the next month's money. It's 135. Like
Yeah,
you're
it's
going to make it.
or like it's like, you know, it's like basically like a cable bill or something. You know, it's not really anything.
You could go sell like 3 sessions or something and get that. When do they have to sign up by? I mean, it opens tomorrow.
It opens tomorrow, so yeah, now is the time.
Yeah. And I don't think we have any other questions.
Let me look. Hang on. Anything else, guys? Only a few people left. Lindsay said she would definitely be all in because she'd be using money that I don't have, so I don't want to make. So I just want to make sure it's the right program for me now in my biz. So what's your question, Lindsay?
I definitely would be all in because I'd be using money that I don't have. How do you use
how do you use money you don't have? I'm like, this is like, I don't know how you can do that.
Oh, so she's saying if she was going to do it, she'd have to be all in. So I want to make sure this is the right program.
Oh, like she doesn't have extra money, I think.
So here's the deal. This is the right program if you want to make money. However, let me just say this. If you're not going to make any program can be the right program, right? Like any program can be the right program as long as it really as long as you, I mean, you have two
is aligned, but you know, you have to be the right person too to show up.
It's really up to you, right? So like you could get in this program and have a 10K month if that's your level of commitment. If that's like, you know, whatever you're going through, like, okay, maybe not 10K. I don't know but I'm saying like you could have exactly what you want.
Who knows? Yeah. I mean, 10K months happen for people. If you make a quantum shift, you have to start showing up differently, do all the work in the program. I mean, it's an amazing program.
Leslie says, I think I would need to do the work on any victimhood mindset so I can be any % in before I join. No, Leslie, that's not what we're saying. We're saying you make the commitment and the decision right now to go all in and join. And because of that, the universe is going to.
So Leslie, you still have this block around that you think you have to do all this stuff. Like the commitment is the commitment. Like
it's a decision. It's like that. Yeah, I decide I'm going to have fish for dinner. So I make sure there's fish on the stove for dinner. It's a decision. You decide
to on or not.
I'm sorry, we were both talking. Go ahead, Dan.
Well, just what she said though, you know, you think there's a lot more things that have to happen for you to commit, and maybe they do for you. I don't know, but like honestly, commitment is a commitment. So if you're not committed, it's probably just because you're not.
It's a decision.
Maybe it's not the right thing for you then.
So if a guy asked you to marry him, like, did you say, "Well, I got to see if I'm all in"?
No.
Well,
maybe I didn't, but I mean, maybe I don't know.
I mean, I would hope that by the time it gets to that point, you would know if you're all in, right? So people think that being all in is like something where you have to develop motivation and momentum. It's not. It's a decision that I'm going to do what it takes until it takes, no matter what.
Yeah, that is really what it is. So Leslie, I don't know. Like, if you have to decide if you want this. If you don't want it, then I would stop pretending you want it too, because that's a waste of your time and energy.
Yeah, but you don't need to you don't need to do any of these grandiose efforts to get in the program. You need to throw down a credit card with 135 on it and go, I'm doing this and I'm doing it now and I'm getting the results I want.
Yeah.
And that's what people aren't doing.
Except the people who are.
You don't have to you don't need to work on the victimhood. Like, victim is a switch like that. The minute you realize that you're giving your power to something outside of yourself is the minute it collapses.
Yeah. I mean, when you start to see her being a victim, you can't really be a victim if you believe you're being a victim.
Yeah, nobody's like.
Actually, yeah, if you're creating victimhood.
So if you go out there right now and you say, I'm going to have the worst month ever because Mercury retrograde, and we told you that this is BS. Like,
that'd be hard to do. Like, I mean, that would be, you'd laugh at your ass while you're doing that, you know.
We would laugh. Okay, I'm just laughing
at your own self, you know, because at that point it's conscious. So once you're conscious about it.
Yeah. And the thing is, it's an evolution, like your life, like your business, right? Business is an evolution. So the faster you get in business, and this is for everyone, the faster you get in business, the faster you make the commitment to be all in. That's your evolution. The faster you start seeing results. The thing is, everybody likes to try to conceptualize this. You cannot conceptualize this. God, Dana, are you tired of hearing me say that yet?
You cannot conceptualize it, but no, I mean, I'm not, because it truly is so important what you're just saying. You know, it is so true, but I think, you know, this is the thing. That's the next step. And there's something out, like another comment on here that, like, I saw for a second that went away.
You know what I think we're going to do? We're going to leave this training up for 24 hours and then we're taking it down. We're going to add it as a bonus in the group because I think it's a very valuable training.
It's really good. Yeah, we actually covered a lot of stuff, so that's probably a good idea.
And I'll tell you what, it's the last day to get in. Anyone who gets in will get we'll get 3 months to the divine destiny for wealth and abundance. This is the healing that Source gave to me. It's my own modality. It's
awesome. I came in and did it a couple of years, like when it first started, and it's
she was one of the inaugural members. Yes. So, and it's valued at like $4,500. It's weekly healings. Like you can't pay for that. So anyone who gets in, will get that. 90 days to the divine destiny, worth $4,500 for a $5.99 program.
It's crazy, right?
That makes sense. That's about right. Just make it sweet, right?
Absolutely.
All right. So last questions here. Comment.
There was one more. I mean, someone said, like, I saw it. Stacy said something about like saving up for maternity leave or something like that. I think that was like her. I saw it. No, I think it's gone. I don't know.
Twyla says, I'm currently working with a mindset coach. Would that complement? Oh my God. Would it complement? No. It would quantum it. Like, get in. Are you kidding? Yeah.
Oh, compliment. Yes, it would compliment. I thought she said, would it distract? No, that'd be amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. Like if you're working with a mindset coach, talk about like results. Are you kidding me? Yeah.
That'd be good.
Yes.
Awesome.
I meant because I have to shuffle around bill money for this week to get in. Leslie gets it. Okay. Are you in, Leslie? Is anyone in? Tell me if you're in.
We only have a few people still on.
Oh, okay. Well, then we can finish. If they're not digging it, then we can go.
Awesomeness. So I know some of you guys, Amanda. Oh, what is it? Oh, hang on. She said, what is it? Sorry. Catherine Lee said, what is it? Sorry, I don't understand. Oh, what is what?
The program. You get paid. High vibe, authentic client attraction. It's.
I think she knows that one. I don't know. Here, I'll put the page out again, but.
Oh, Twyla says I'm fucking in. Yes.
Yeah. And I think Angel is too. I didn't see like she might be coming in at VIP. So
it says what is it? Yeah.
Oh, the added bonus. The added bonus, Catherine Lee, is 3 months in. Lindsay's in. Welcome in, Lindsay.
Lindsay's in.
Yay.
Okay.
All right, what was the Catherine Lee? The added bonus was 90 days in Sherry's Divine Destiny for Wealth and Abundance. It's these weekly alignments that you do that will actually help correct your energy so that you can, be really aligned to create.
It's like past lives, client
life, all kinds
and
of
I think abundance. It's really amazing.
It's good. I actually I paid for it and came in right when she first started years ago, and it was badass. It made
powerful.
Yeah.
I had one client who did it. The first time she did it, she got, no joke, in 24 hours, she signed like 17 clients from it. That's how badass it is. I mean, all kinds of things have come out of that program. It's amazing.
And this program is going to be amazing too. So let's see.
God, this program, like with that, when you take the money and you add it into this, the energy work, forget about it. It's off the chain. So, sure. All right. Catherine, are you in? Who else is in?
I think Catherine is. Let me see.
All right. And if you want to upgrade to the VIP, just send us a message or actually just go ahead and purchase. Like it's right there. You can actually just purchase. And there's payments for that as well. Because we don't offer this at that price. So like otherwise.
If you click on that page, there's payments on there. So there's 3 payments for the VIP as well. So yeah, you can get in and do VIP with us for the entire time for only $800 a month for 3 months. You'll never have an opportunity like that and get the program for free.
Yeah. Like that's
or less than 2,000 paid in full. So that's insane. And I don't remember how many spaces we have left, but it's like 2 or 3.
Yeah, I know it's not a lot. We have most of them sold.
Most of those are gone.
No, we can, and at this price, we just can't take a lot. So we're not opening up any more spaces on that.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. All right. So any other questions? Let me just refresh my screen.
Yeah, somebody else. Twyla. Yeah, we can't wait either. So I'm gonna add Twyla into the paid group.
That's exciting.
As long as she's friends with me. If you're not my friend, Twyla, just friend request me because I'm gonna add you into the paid group, and you're gonna be getting an email today about everything you need to get started.
Yeah.
And same with you, Lindsay. So Lindsay, I think we're friends maybe. I don't know. But if not, guys, Lindsay's in. And
yay!
So let me add Twyla in the group?
Go, Lindsay. All right.
Twyla's not my friend yet. So friend request me, Twyla. And
Twyla, you better friend request both of us.
yeah, damn.
Can we be friends? Can we be friends? I could be your friend, and you could be my friend, and we could be friends.
Awesome. So yeah, just send me a friend request. I think I just got one from her. Maybe not. No, that's another friend. Oh God, I've got a lot of friend requests.
Don't open the friend request. Just
I'll find you on there, Twyla, if you did.
I was gonna say, God, that place is scary. Somebody asked how many friend requests they had on Facebook the other day. They're like, put your number, and I was like, oh no, because that just shows.
I have some. I don't have all. It's not too bad, but I do have a few.
Catherine Lee, your energy would be amazing for this. Are you in love?
Yeah, Catherine, I feel I've been seeing you for this for a while.
I know. We've been seeing, like, she's been like on my radar. She keeps pinging me.
Woohoo.
Woohoo?
Yeah, me too. I said, I'm sorry. We've talked about it, yeah. So Catherine, I think this was really helpful for you. We're gonna let you guys go. We're gonna.
We love you. If you
love
have
you all. Join us.
Here. If you have questions, put them here. If you want to know about
if you guys are watching the replay in the group, so for anyone watching the replay, please feel free to add your questions in. If you're joining the program, we are excited about that too. If you have questions for us about it, please let us know. And have a great rest of your day.
Awesome. Love you.
Love you. Bye.